I have seen teenagers cry here because they've never been on a swing ever in their life.
You took a risk that's based on compassion.
It was a risk because when we built Morgan's Wonderland, we didn't know if anybody was going to show up. We didn't know. It had never been done before.
Our Solutionary series shines a spotlight on the people, programs, and places finding ways to solve problems in our community. Well, one person locally isn't just filling a gap here, but across the globe. Gordon Hartman is the definition of a solutionary. He created the first ever all-inclusive theme park for people with special needs. Since Morgan's Wonderland, he's added around 13 other projects for that population. So how did it start? Where did the idea and the drive come from? And how has it exploded into the sprawling world it is now? Well, he invited us to Morgan's Wonderland for our own special tour, where I asked him to go back to the beginning.
One of my first jobs was actually walking dogs when I was very young, because if I could walk a dog around the block, I got 50 cents. So I started thinking, well, if I can have numerous dogs with me at one time, I could make maybe $2.50 every time I go around the block.
That mindset fueled the entrepreneur in Gordon Hartman, starting his first business at 15. But it was his eventual home building business that brought tremendous success.
I many times think of my life split into 3 parts. I spent 20 years as a kid, 20 years as a businessman, and now 20 years as what I refer to as a social worker.
That last piece is what we're here to talk about. In 2005, he sold his companies and developed the idea for something that had never been done before, inspired by his beautiful daughter, Morgan, who has special needs.
But Morgan has everything that she needs. She has all the doctors, she has all the therapists, she has a great caregiver, she has 2 loving parents who serve as her navigators. That many times an exception to the rule.
So he dreamt up Morgan's Wonderland, the first theme park in the world, fully available to people of all abilities, where people with special needs can come without stress for free.
This is our 4D theater, and what's unique about it is that if someone's in a wheelchair, they're set here, they get the same spray of the water, the same air, and then the up and down of the feeling of being on the roller coaster. Here, the person in the wheelchair is not sitting there and going, I wish I could be a part of
I'm
that.
just stable. Everyone else gets to move around.
And that's right. A lot of our rides around here are like that.
And they keep all needs in mind, whether it's wheelchairs, cognitive delays, hearing or visual impairment. Proof of that is in the music area.
But a symphony of just enjoyment and just a feeling of being a part, and that's what this is.
And you've chosen sounds that make people comfortable. They're
Yes.
not too loud.
No.
Like, I feel like I could meditate to this.
Yeah, I think you're doing a good job there. I'm actually getting sleepy watching you. Yeah.
I could stay here all day.
Yeah.
Every single inch of the park meticulously planned with the most crucial input.
We went out to the special needs community. We went out to doctors. We went out to therapists. We went out to grandparents. We went out to caregivers. We had numerous town halls to learn, and then from that is how we determine what to build.
Giving people themselves a seat at the table, and on this awesome, now infamous Ferris wheel that takes wheelchairs.
I hear many times, I saw my daughter or my son do something I never thought they would be able to do before. But then they talk about how their self-esteem is different when they leave Morgan.
He sees the same emotion across the park.
I have seen teenagers cry here because they've never been on a swing ever in their life.
That feedback so powerful, Hartman couldn't stop there. Nearly 3 million people from over 122 countries in all 50 states have come to Morgan's Wonderland, and he wanted even more options for those families. So in 2017, they opened Inspiration Island, the world's first all-ability water park.
It's warmer. The water's warmer because not everybody can handle tap water. Also, take someone who's in a wheelchair. Many times they look and they watch people who are having fun. When we have a wheelchair valet, privately you change into another wheelchair that we have that can handle the coordinated water.
Fast forward to 2021, they opened Morgan's Camp, a summer-style camp program for everyone.
We have the only challenge course that we know of that can actually have someone in a wheelchair enjoying it 22 feet in the air. Someone who has visual impairment, cognitive impairment can enjoy that.
A month later came Morgan Sports, a 3-acre ultra-accessible sports center for athletes of all ages and abilities. But by 2022, they looked beyond just the fun of parks and camps. They opened the Multi-Assistance Center, or the MAC, a central one-stop shop for life-changing resources.
We navigate individuals with special needs for medical, therapeutic, and other needs that they may have, such as food insecurities or whatever legal issues or whatever.
The framework of a massive solution for communities worldwide that struggle with ways to support their special needs families, especially when it comes to jobs or health care.
We make sure the follow-through is there. And that's what's important so they don't fall through the cracks.
The people they've caught are the ones fueling the continued programs that bring even more people to San Antonio.
Morgan Salon opened at the beginning of this year. Our new ambulatory surgical center is opening in a month. We are opening this week our new expansion to our dental facilities.
After winning award after award, Hartman had to create a place to teach all the people who want to replicate this globally.
From that, we're building Mortgage Inclusion Campus, which will include our institute, which will be an opportunity for people to come from all over the world to be able to learn about what we are doing.
But at the end of that whole conversation, listing accolades and plans, his message was quite simple: belief. Belief in ideas.
You took a risk that's based on compassion.
It was a risk because when we built Mortgage Wonderland, we didn't know if anybody was going to show up. We didn't know. It had never been done before.
Success founded on and measured by the belief in community.
I think about that story of the mother who tells me, I'm not so concerned about my son's physical issues and some of his cognitive issues. My biggest concern is he's lonely. And so inclusion allows us an opportunity to bring everybody together.
For Solutionaries, I'm Courtney Friedman.
Stay up to date with our latest Solutionaries videos. Hit subscribe and leave us a comment below.